Islamabad, Pakistan.
They all knew something terrible was going to happen each time he came home. The things he used. The first time, he grabbed the closest thing. He grabbed it and paused. Took off his belt. She had gashes inside her thighs. The third time, he needed to be more involved in hurting her. So he beat her with his fists. He broke her nose. They heard her beg. They heard her screams. They wouldn't intervene. She was his unwritten law. Don't ask what she had done. It was just her face that pissed him off. Just her needy face waiting for more. The last time, he had enough of her. He planned it out. He bought the acid in advance. She said she needed money for food for them. She looked like that. Like that. Like that. Her face is gone. Totally melted off. Just eyes. That's all you see. Just eyes encased in gooey flesh. I tell you this because she's there inside this mess. Inside this monstrous mask. Inside the death of her esteem. Inside his wish to make her none. I heard her, I swear. I heard her sigh. I heard her wheeze. I heard her babble something with what was once her mouth. I heard her, I swear. She lives in there.
Baghdad, Iraq. When she woke up, her face was on fire. Bombs had fallen from the sky, and her face was in flames. She could not scream. Burning had encircled her throat like a fallen tower. And when the flames entered her eyes, she pressed her torn blanket to her face and pulled off most of the flesh on her forehead, cheeks, and chin. This was not a dream. There was nothing to be done, nothing to be said, as she wandered the streets of Baghdad, looking for a hospital or a doctor who knew what to do in the face, melted off. Her father, unable to look at his only daughter, oozing through the bandages he had made out of white rags, hating whoever she had become, hating the way she looked. No longer a relative, no longer someone that he knew, yet still something that he was still responsible for. He hated those planes that dropped the fire from the sky, that promised freedom, but instead destroyed. He hated those planes, but right now, he hated his melted, bandaged, needy daughter, born.
Juarez, Mexico.
We look at the photographs in Esther's book. Each woman is dark, particular, young. Each woman has brown eyes. Each woman is gone. There is one girl missing for 10 months. She was 17 when they took her away. She worked in the maquilladora. She stacked thousands of coupons of products she would never afford. $4 a day they paid. They bused her to the desert to sleep in freezing shit. It must have been on the way to the bus they took her. It must have been dark outside. It must have lasted until morning. Whatever they did to her, it went on and on. You can tell from the others who came back without hands or nipples, it must have gone on and on. When she finally reappeared, she was gone. 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 No cute mole above her right eye. No naughty smile, no wavy black hair. Gone. She came back as gone. I saw all of this with these eyes. swallowed the ashes of their sorrow with this mouth. I choked on the ugliness of their beings with this throat. I smelled their burning, screaming flesh. I tried to turn away when they lifted her chador in the restaurant. When she lifted her bandages to prove to the soldiers how bad it was. When they lifted the plastic outline that covered her head in the morgue. I tried to turn away.
It is estimated that nearly 5,000 women in Pakistan are burned to death by their families each year since 1994, with only 4% of the victims surviving. Some reports indicate that as many as 300 Pakistani women are burned every year. Prosecution and conviction for this crime is almost non-existent.
Many women and girls have either been killed or murdered or burned in the recent Iraqi war. The United States government calls it collateral damage.
In Juarez, Mexico, in the past decade, over 300 women and girls have been killed or have disappeared. Many of these women have been raped, mutilated, and tortured. One of the victims was a 6-year-old girl.
We tell their stories tonight to give these anonymous women a face.